All right. Hey, hi, hello. Good morning. Actually, it's 4 p.m., but it feels like morning to me. I'm Amelia. You can call me Kit Kat. You can call me Mimi or Mia or anything really. This is part 5, I think, of my Pancake Project Island redo. And if you watched the previous part, you saw me put all of this water into my island. Except it looked quite different yesterday. Part of what I realized is that the map, which I can show now, looked really unsettling, and it took me until I woke up this afternoon to be like, oh wait, it kind of looks like a rib cage. So since I woke up, I've been working on it, and on making it a little bit less human insides like. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. So this looks quite a bit different from my original design and from what I had yesterday, but I think it's better. So I have combined the two islands in the top right. I have turned the two islands on the top left into one small island and one bigger crescent island. And then I've done a little bit of terraforming of the perimeter of my island. So those are the big changes I've made. And I was working on this afternoon, and if you can see, I've placed a bunch of rectangles. And I was like, I should just be recording this, shouldn't I? Because I'm doing some kind of significant work. So that's why I have started recording. Looking back at my original plan, I have houses placed in those locations, the orange things. And so I'm looking to place... Oh, I started placing houses or house possibilities today. So this is kind of how I handle when I'm placing houses and when I'm placing buildings. I make little, rectangles, whatever, that are the right size. And then when you look at the map, you can see where they're supposed to go. So this island currently has 4 spaced out like so. All of these markings are where I'm planning to put bridges. Let's see, I've got a house idea here, and then I put this here. Oh, I can grab this now. Hold on. So I have a rectangle here. I'm thinking this will probably be the Nook's shop, and then I'll put Able Sisters somewhere else here. Another house here. In my original idea, I had Nooks up in this corner as well as Able Sisters, but as much as I kind of want to shake things up a bit, I might put the museum here. So quite often people, including myself, will separate the museum from the main island in some capacity, and I want to do something unique. I'm already doing something I think that's quite unique, but I want to just keep pushing the envelope. So I was thinking, instead of putting the museum here, I'd rather put the shop, but I think the museum just might be the best here. So I'm going to go back into my island designer. I went out of it so I could put on a cute little outfit. And so I'll go back in here and start placing some of these buildings. The museum and Nook's Cranny are both 7x4. So they're 7x4. The player homes are 5x4. The villager homes are 4x3. And the campsite is 4x4. So, did I mention Able Sisters is the same size as the player homes. So Able Sisters is also 5x4. Actually, that's not bad. I think having the museum here wouldn't be that bad. It would be kind of cute. I could do something fun. So the walk around, like, you know, while I'm placing all of these things, I try to kind of imagine what the path is going to be like and what it's going to be like to walk around. I figure the further you get from the plaza, the town square, the more woodsy it's going to get and the less developed. So this house will probably be hidden away in like some trees, with some fence or whatever. I put this one tree here. Unfortunately, trees need to be a full space away from buildings, so I might have to build on some more water here if I want to put another tree. Regardless, so there will be a house there, and then we walk here, and there's a house here, so we have a path that goes kind of this way, and it'll wind a little bit. 2 houses over here. I might bring this one forward just 1 block, but we'll see. I'm thinking this island is probably just going to be like this, 4 houses. This island, again, 1 house here, Nook's Cranny here, another house over here, and then Able Sisters. I've seen a lot of sort of foresty builds where Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters are kind of staggered like this, which is why I kind of want to do something different. But what? I'm not sure. I don't think I have enough space for Able Sisters here, but I could. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and see if, because this might actually be a really good location for Able Sisters. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the villager house here better. Right, so Able Sisters would be like this. Right? This is starting to feel a little bit better than what I'd expected. I haven't worked on this last island yet. My plan was to have 1 villager house on each of these protrusions. So that would be something like that. And then go over this way. And there's going to be a bridge right here. So the villager house could go here, or it could go here. I'm kind of feeling here. This might be good. But that kind of blocks the path. It depends on... Okay, what if I put it here? Okay, I think I do like that better. So because I don't have a villager house... Okay, that's 4... So I have 2 more to place. Because I have 2 villager houses, top left, 4 top right, 2 bottom left. So I already planned to have, in my original plan I already had 1 that was right over here. So, right in this area. I could try to put 2 houses right here, that might be cute. So, as I think I mentioned, I was up until 5 in the morning working on this. So I woke up around 1, which is why I said, oh, good morning. It's not morning, it's 4:30. But I'm so sleepy right now. And I got some Japanese curry and I got some iced green tea along with it to try to wake myself up. Most of the time when I have caffeine, there's a couple things that happen. The first thing that happens is that, of course, I wake up. The second thing that happens is that I get like nervous or anxious, which isn't very fun. The other one is that I get really talkative. So I was kind of hoping that the talkative aspect of my caffeine consumption would kick in for this. Because I wanted to make it kind of a chatty episode, but I don't think so. So I have to decide which block is going to be Able Sisters and which is going to be a villager house. Yeah, I think even though I kind of like Able Sisters off to the left, it makes less sense than putting it down near Nook's Cranny. So let's assume that this is where Able Sisters will be, and then over here is where I will put the villager house. So one thing that I keep thinking about in regards to my island, especially since I had this pre-existing plan, was how, you know, like I planned out exactly what my island would look like, and I you know, drew it on the ground in my game, and I started carving away at it, and it just wasn't looking right. As I said earlier, it was kind of looking like a rib cage, which was just so uncomfortable. And I kind of realized that my original didn't look all that interesting. I'll pull that up again. Like it's got two sets of islands at the top, and then the actual interest and the visual part of it, the stuff that looks nice, is at the bottom. So it was kind of doomed to begin with. And as an artist, I remember hearing, it might have been someone that I was learning from, but saying painting problems are drawing problems. So if you start off with a drawing that's not great, a drawing that's not well planned out, and you just decide, you know, I'm just gonna fix it when I paint it, it doesn't really work. If it works, if someone can get it to work, I'm gonna call them magical, because I can never get it to work. I always have to make sure if I do an underdrawing, the underdrawing has to be good. So in this case, my original plan wasn't ideal, and that's why it ended up not working out very well, because it wasn't a great plan to begin with. Or it was a good plan, but it wasn't fully fleshed out in a way that looked nice, you know, before I even started working on it. So okay, that would be all of my house ideas and all of my building ideas placed, as well as my bridges. So the next step is to move everything. Oh, I have to put the campsite somewhere. I was planning to put it where my house currently is. So, in my original plan, my house was going to be over to the right. This whole area was just going to be wilderness. And my house was supposed to be right here. Once I made this whole thing look a little bit better on the map, I kind of have less space here to put my house exactly where I had originally planned to, but I think it should still work out. Campsite can still go here. I just don't want my house to be here. I guess it could work, because I have this like connection between the plaza and this area up here. It could work to put my house like this. So my house is the same as the Able Sisters, 5x4, so 4, 5. I do wish I could put trees, but let's see. So the two options for my house are either it's here or it's up across the river, where I was originally just going to have cliffs. Yeah, the other option would be to maybe put my house where the museum currently is, or okay, it would be something like this. So that's one option. I don't love it though, it's not very tucked away. I could also put it, you know, so there's villager houses over there, I could put it something like this. It might end up being one of the last buildings I move. So those are two options, but again, not very tucked away. I could also put it up here, so it was super fucking messy. So it's gross to look at, but those are some options. Again, possibly one of the last things I'll move, just because I know for sure where everything else is gonna go. I might do this next part as a speed video. What I'm going to be doing next is, I think my turnips are going to spoil while I'm doing this, but I'm going to move all of the villager houses and start building my bridges. So I have to be time traveling, which means I'll be closing the game and opening the game repeatedly, So I will just keep in the bits of my video where I am in the game. Also, if anything happens, so if someone asks to leave or if the campsite has a villager or something, you'll also see that. See you soon! Oh, so fun story about this. I sold something like 20 Lily of the Valleys for a good chunk of change, which is why I'm up to 4 million bells. It's a ridiculous amount of bells, although unfortunately I'm probably gonna have to use a good amount of it. And then I sold the rest of my lilies for some cool DIYs. But yeah, Reddit, awesome. Especially if you need money, very awesome. Let's see, which building would I like to move? Oh, I haven't decided which villager is going to go where yet. I do know where the museum will be though, so let's do that first. Okay, so that will be that. And then the next thing, after he gives me my moving kit, I have to decide which kind of bridge I want to use on my island. So this is kind of a big thing. I think I'm leaning towards suspension bridges. So let's check these out. Let's build a bridge. Yes. So I'm thinking I want suspension bridges. Wooden bridges might also be nice. Not brick, not iron. And the Zen bridges are just too fancy. So, okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna go for suspension bridges. Yes, please. They're fun, and if you walk over them, they kind of move. And they give like a rustic feel while still being kind of you know, innovative. They look nice. So I just think it'll be fun to have some suspension bridges. Let's see if this will look good here. Let's see what it looks like from the other side, just in case. So the airport is right here, and then the bridge will be right here. So I figured this will just be, you know, I'm probably gonna do my bridges in a counterclockwise order, just because that's the order I'm building in. Forgot to get more money. So I'm gonna grab some more money and then come back and pay Lloyd. Alright, buddy. Yeah. I love how he says, we currently have 0 bells and donations, which is just lovely, isn't it? It's so funny. As much as possible. Yeah. I've always been in the practice of like never building something if I don't have the money to do it. It's just, you know, I'll just have this thing sitting here for a long time. So I always, even when I was starting out the game and I didn't have much money, I was always just making sure I had the money I needed before I started building something. I'm just gonna grab this. Although honestly, if I'm gonna be time traveling, I should just leave them in the ground so I don't have to spawn a million of them. Whoops. So you're still using the ladder. I've kind of done like a 180. Like before my island used the ladder a lot, and now my island requires a vaulting pole. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Okay, put the museum there. Awesome. So now, okay. If you don't know, every day you're able to move one building and build or destroy one bridge or incline. So today I've moved my museum and I am building one bridge, which means I can't do anything else today unless I want to be moving trees and stuff, which might be helpful, but I don't know. I like doing the buildings first. I know a lot of people who will decorate and then move the buildings after everything's decorated, but I need to be able to see what I'm working with. So I'm going to focus on moving the important buildings first, and then I'll do the villager homes. Let's see. Who do I want to put where? I think I want to put... It also depends what their houses look like. Let me go check out everyone's houses. Because honestly, I'm probably going to end up putting houses or moving my villagers to locations based on where their houses look nice. Which means if I end up changing any of my villagers, it might not look as good, but that's fine. So Daisy's is white. Hers and Hornsby's would look cute together. Same thing with Zell. Hey, Zell. Amelia, so I noticed Amelia and Midge have extremely similar homes. But where will I get lasers? What? Yeah, so this is Midge's house and Amelia's is on the other side of the river. No! She said, where would I get lasers? Not, what should I do? Move off the island. No, don't go. Ruby, you're not leaving yet. Like, I haven't even redone my island. Look. I got Ruby not very long ago, and I promised her, when I started this process, I promised everyone watching that I would give her a good fucking house. Okay? Because her house previously was so lame. And I'm gonna make good on that promise. It's happening. So, sorry Ruby, you're not leaving yet. Okay, Ribot's house doesn't look great with anyone else's houses, which is why I'll probably put Ribot with Hornsby. This is really shallow, but I honestly might consider replacing Ribot just so I can have a cuter house exterior. But we'll get around to that whenever it happens. I want to have a variety of like house, like, you know, both the color and the design of the house. So for example, Midge and Ruby both have a very similar roof design, even though they're different textures. And as well as their doors are really similar. So I would not want to put the two of them next to each other just because it's hard to tell who's who. Same thing with Amelia. I would not want to put her, especially next to Midge, because I would never be able to tell what was happening. Zell and Agnes might be a cool duo though, because they both have dark colored houses. I could put Zell and Agnes on this island and make this kind of like a darker island. That might be really cool. So Zell and Agnes here, and then I'm probably gonna put Hornsby and Ribot in this area. And that leaves my normies, Ruby, Amelia, Deirdre. Oh yeah, and I would get Boyd back. So Boyd has a red house. Alright, well I don't have to decide now, especially since I've already thought about where I'll put 4 villagers. So, I know I said I would stop sharing and I would just do speed earlier. Do speed! Oh no. I would start doing a speed video earlier, but I'm actually gonna start doing that now. I'm not gonna start doing speed. I'm not into drugs. If that gets me in trouble with YouTube, so be it. Alright, I will see you soon enough. Alright, I'm back. So as I mentioned, I'm trying to become BFFs with Megan right now. So I'm giving her some furniture every day, and this is my daily gift. A box sofa, which is kind of lame. Yeah, give me your printed fleece sweater. It's taken quite a while, but I'll be patient. I just restarted my game because I placed the shop and then I walked behind it and I was like, wait a minute, it would look really cool and also kind of help my pathing and my, encouraging people to walk in a certain direction if I did not place it there. So I was thinking, you know, you've got a path that goes this way towards the museum, and then a path from the museum that goes down this way, and then putting the shop right here is just wasting all of this space back here. So then I was like, well, what if I move the shop back here? So I restarted my game before it autosaved, just to see what this would be like. And if I like it. I don't want to put it right next to that path. Let's see what this is. Let me imagine it. Yeah, cause let's see. So like if I put this here, let me put like a little thing down right here. Just so I know where I was standing. So, right, if I put the shop here, then the Able Sisters, it's just like a weird situation. But if I put the shop there, I could put Able Sisters here, and then there would be a path leading right here that would go first to Able Sisters and then to Nook's Cranny, which would actually be pretty cool. And then that would leave all of this space open. And I think that would actually work better, right? Because it would be hard to come down this way, but you could go over and then around. And I think it just might be kind of cool and interesting. So then, if you see where I'm standing currently, the shop was originally going to be right below me, and then the Able Sisters off to the bottom left. But I could put Able Sisters right directly to the left of where the shop would currently be, and then the shop directly above where it was currently going to be. So, I think I might try that, because, you know, it is, again, like, this is a lot of trial and error, but let me imagine it. Would I have a conflict with the bridge, though? Okay, let's move over one to the left. So my worry right now is that this bridge is going to be right here, and this corner of the bridge might be a conflict with Nook's Cranny. So maybe I just move the bridge one up, because then there's a... No, still isn't a direct shot. Is there? Okay, this way, straight over. No, it's still not a direct shot to that bridge. So I'd rather have it like more staggered than not, just because then it looks more intentional than if I just like had messed up. I put it right here. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's good. Surprisingly. So, again, that's one of those like trial and error things that you never know what's gonna end up happening, but I kind of like that. And if I hate it, you know, I'll deal with the repercussions later. But I think this is what it's gonna be like right now. So then Able Sisters would be like right here, right? And then there would be a bridge here and then a bridge right down here. Are these bridges? So these bridges are staggered by one. I might try to move this bridge one over. Okay, we'll see what happens. I've placed my shop and I've placed my bridge, and I've given Megan a present, so that means that it is now, once again, time to time travel. Alright, taking a pause because we have someone in the campsite. Hello, campsite. Oh, I'll talk to Zell quick. What is the most powerful tool? He taught me. He taught me it. Ooh. And see, that's why I want all of the different villager personality types. Because then I can get all of the villager DIYs. I can get all of the reactions. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, it's got a dot next to it. Duh. Nice. Thanks, Zell. Okay, who's in here? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, is that Ricky? Yep. Oh, it's because I don't have a cranky right now. Duh. Alright, Megan. Here's your daily present. It's not even gonna look good in her house, but it's a piece of furniture, so... I don't want that. Are you telling me I'm a fucking clown girl? Oh. I mean, that's probably not all that far off. Alright, so here's the unfortunate part, right? I've got some bridges in, etc. We're doing pretty good. Things are going as planned. Here's my problem. I want Nook's Cranny moved forward one single block. One block. I want it to start right here. And I only realized that after it was actually built, and I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. Especially with Ale Scissors right here, I want that moved one block. So, I mean, luckily I probably have the money. It's gonna cost me 100,000 bells to move this one block forward, which is absolutely disgusting on the... It's a horrible game design element, whatever the fuck, it's just gross. So luckily again, because I was able to sell a bunch of those Lily of the Valleys, I have enough money to do it. But it's probably gonna have to happen last. So let's see. I could start moving villager houses while I wait for that. I think let's place Agnes first, because she deserves it. She deserves to have a good spot. Another option is I could put her up here. And she would have like she would be around other people, but she would also have like a little bit of a spot to her own. You know what? I kind of like that. So I'm gonna put Agnes right there, and I'm gonna move her first. After I find out who owns this. Oh, awesome. I love that he calls... I love that he said, I'm so glad you found him. I gender and name my items too, Hornsby. Smile, Isle. I've done 50 deeds for my friends. That's very cute. I also kind of wish that these bridges were moved one over. I'll make do. So, one bridge and then Agnes's house. And that's why I've got so much money in my pocket right now. So, I'm gonna do the bridge first. And there's a method to this madness, as usual. It's not all that important, but I do the bridge first because it lets me stay in the chair. Thank you. See, and now I'm still sitting in the chair, so I can just press A. I wish sometimes the villagers would just say, no, I don't want to move. They're always like, yeah, sure, whatever, that sounds great. Yeah, she's probably really fucking excited to not be living on a beach anymore. Okay. Agnes is going right here. Oh, I'm so indecisive. Let me imagine it. Thank God they let us figure out if we want it or not. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. This is literally the cutest shit. I swear to God, look at them. My two birds just hanging out. Oh, and Midge's house is beautiful too. Like all the okay. I love this so much. All right, I'm outie. I'm gonna go back and keep doing some more moving. I'm actually getting really excited about this layout. It's coming together really nicely. And I probably will end up moving Nook Cranny one spot forward, and I will see if I can get those bridges moved near the town hall. Yes. So I don't, honestly, I like this a lot more than I like terraforming. Even if it's time skipping and moving things around, it's like, it's more enjoyable to me. So I'm having fun, and I hope you are too. Hi, I'm back. So this whole thing is getting rather repetitive, I'm sure, to watch. I'm sure I got rid of some of it in post. So I'm probably gonna stop recording soon. I am a little bit conflicted about this bridge, only because I like the way it looks like this, where it's a wider passage over which the bridge has to extend. However, all of the rest of my bridges are not this long. So I'm a little bit... I think I'm going to do it anyway because I do like what it looks like. So that is my last bridge. I have my last bridge, and Midge's house is getting moved today. And then I have 5 more villager houses. So I figured this is a good place to stop. Once all of this is done, I think I'm going to time skip forward to a point at which it's snowy outside, and then I'll start decorating then. Just because I really want my island to be snowy, and I really want it to look good in the snow this time, because my previous island looked really good in the fall with the maple leaves and everything. So I think when I see you next, if I see you, and again, if I don't see you, that's fine. No pressure on watching any of my videos, it's just for fun. But if I see you, next time I see you, I will have done all of the moving and I will be working on decorating. So that is my goal for the coming hours, honestly. I'm probably going to be working on this a lot more today. And then tomorrow, and the next day, and probably all the way up until Christmas. After which I have to start studying again for school before school starts in the spring. So I won't be able to make as many of these videos or record as much, but I'll still do it. So regardless, this will be the end of this video. I got a lot done. I've been getting a lot done recently. In the past like 24 hours I've done a ton, so I'll go sit down with Megan while I say goodbye to everyone. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and that's all for now. Alright, bye bye.